This episode of Tekzilla Live is brought to you by Virgin America Airlines. This is how you fly, and Dell's Adamo.
Coming up in today's show, we've got some, well, ecologically sound products.
Indeed.
Personal hydrogen fuel cell.
That sounds frightening.
It does sound frightening. Not nearly as frightening as Louderback's going to join us with some weird tech.
My favorite. I've been waiting for this all week.
Oh, it's going to be a little bit funky. Welcome to Tekzilla. I'm Patrick Norton.
I'm Veronica Belmont.
So we talk actually about wireless power.
Wireless power is a good place to start.
It's a really good place to start, and it's been showing up all over the place. PowerMat, we first saw the technology demo last year. Do you want to hold that up?
Yes, I remember the prototypes that they had out last year.
And they're basically talking about doing, it's magnetic induction, iPods, Blackberries, iPhones, cameras, you know, the little things you stuff in your ears that never work, and they're going to use little covers that go over your devices, and you basically, you come home, you lay it on the power pad, which is the PowerMat, which is plugged into your wall, and it will actually charge your devices. No more cables, no more having 13 different power adapters.
Wireless is a huge theme, wireless power this year.
What's really interesting is Fulton Innovation is using e-couple technology, that's their name for it. And you want to grab the sort of the little devices out of the top there?
Sure.
What's interesting about these is there's no sleeve on them because they've actually embedded the technology inside of there, and they actually have embedded the base for the device into what I'm assuming was some sort of like knick-knack tray.
That's very chic.
Got the whole monkey pod thing going on here.
I would put that in my house at home.
Well, their idea is that
I'm weird like that. So.
You could put the technology in a desk, you could put it on a wall, on a shelf.
Yeah, in a drawer. Just stuff all your gadgets into a drawer, close it up, and then don't have to think about it again.
One of the things the e-couple technology does that we haven't seen anywhere else is they've got some really serious amounts of power that they can cover, like 15 to 200 watts to 2,000 watts to 22,000 watts in their ultra high power.
So you could take like a power tool basically and slap it up against the wall and you're good to go.
I kind of like that thought. And there's been a lot of confusion about e-couple.
Sounds dangerous.
Well, people have been like, Bosch is working with e-couple technology, and they're having visions of like, you know, circular saws running without actually having to be plugged in or using a battery.
Okay, that's good, I guess.
You're still going to be charging your battery, but you're going to be doing it without having to plug it into a cable or a regular docking station. Fuji actually had an interesting idea. These look like regular batteries.
They do?
These are not. They're part of their eco-friendly series, and the whole idea is that you may not want to recycle batteries, although we want everyone to recycle batteries, but what they're going to do is actually make batteries that you can throw away without polluting.
Without feeling bad about it?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the worst thing, because you know when you throw out like all those batteries like every single week, like we do at my house, they're just going into the landfill and leaking.
You throw out batteries?
No, I didn't mean that. I don't throw out batteries like that. We recycle them in a safe place, in a safe receptacle, and then, you know, take them away. That's what we do. That's what you should do too.
So those look small?
These look smaller than any regular shaped batteries. You know, they're not like the little flat kind.
Energizer had a demand for something even smaller than the AAA battery, so they came up with the Quad A battery, and that's one of the first examples of it, and they see it coming in little tiny flashlights or actually Bluetooth headsets and little tiny gaming devices. Energizer also has a rechargeable solar charger. This may not be practical, but they're really fun. They basically hold 2 AA or AAA batteries. It's going to be 20 hours to recharge a pair of AA batteries, 9 hours to recharge a pair of AAA batteries, and it also has a built-in flashlight and a USB port tapped right under there.
This might not be so good where we come from.
No, we live under a fog bank, so it makes using
constant bank of fog.
Solar charging kind of difficult, but it's fun. Do we actually, where did it go? Lenmar, actually another solar device, different approach. They're using a lithium-ion battery inside of here. Lenmar's really known, they do a lot of USB adapters for cell phones.
Right.
And the idea, you can charge this off of a USB adapter. The 8-hour charge on this off your USB port will double your battery life, but if you want to use it in the full solar mode, they say a mere 4 hours of sunshine will give you 5 to 10 minutes of talk time on your cell phone.
So if you need that extra 5 minutes, it's something at least, right?
If you're in the desert, you'll be able to call to have someone help you on that one. Personal fuel cells, which is a really kind of wild idea. Metis Technology, this is not a hydrogen fuel cell, it is FAA approved, and the idea is that this is a USB adapter, they have other power adapters for that one, but this is a recyclable pack that you can send back to them when you're done with it.
Okay.
They have like an 18-month shelf life. You basically plug it in, yank out the green strip, click it shut till it sort of snaps shut. That releases the chemicals. The FAA says it's okay to take on planes.
Releases the chemicals.
It doesn't.
That's what I like to hear.
Activate. It just there's nothing's leaking out of this. We could start it right now.
No,
I'm pretty
it's okay.
sure.
I trust you. I do.
Pull the strap, squeeze it, and they're talking about 4 good charges on your smartphone. And actually, this is really cool. One more personal fuel cell system. This is the Hydro
Pack. Power
Pack.
my house.
It won't power your house, and it doesn't make coffee. But where did the?
Well, then it's useless to me.
Well, actually, it could power your coffee maker potentially, because the idea is like rather than having like highly compressed liquid hydrogen out of here, they basically have infused the hydrogen into a solid, and it's a pretty slick concept.
Now, could you take this on an airplane?
I don't know, and I didn't think to ask, to be perfectly accurate.
You get some funny looks if you took this puppy on an airplane. Like, what? I'm charging my laptop.
Well, each of these cartridges is 30 bucks. They're 270 watt hours. It basically means it's you slide it in here, you pour some water in here, you close the lid, and when you turn it, you close the lid very gently. Well, we'll leave the lid open for now. This is a very early version. I'm not gonna. We'll just leave the lid open like that. But
We're
basically,
not gonna futz with it so it doesn't explode.
well, it's interesting. You can turn it when you turn it off. It's not generating hydrogen, but you can actually. It's a 120 volt inverter, a 12 volt power supply, or a 5 volt power supply. 30 bucks for the cartridges. The dry fuel cartridges last forever. So if you're in Florida,
literally forever.
Literally forever. That's what they're saying. They don't run out of juice sitting on the shelf like batteries do. So it's a interesting idea if you're in hurricane country, if you're in tornado country, and you want emergency power. They also have something that's really kind of wild. These are actually metallic tubes where they've infused the metal with their solid hydrogen technology. So you pop one of those into this little device. This is the Horizon Fuel Cell Technologies mini pack, and basically it screws in place. You turn it on, and it will actually charge your devices. About $50 retail. The cartridges are $5 to $10, and they're working. They hope to have a device in place where you can recharge these cartridges at home or have them recharged very cheaply, so you can carry out a bunch of cartridges and be able to recharge devices indefinitely.
And do you have a personal favorite out of all of those?
You know, I'm actually kind of getting stoked about the wireless power supplies, but the other thing is I'm really into the idea of having my own little personal fuel cell. I don't know why.
I can see why you would like that. That seems like something you would like.
Yeah, I'm not even going to go there. I want to take a moment to thank one of our sponsors, the fine folks at Virgin America, are helping us bring the show to you. Flying can be a frustrating experience. Traffic jams, long lines, unpleasant flights, and that's even before you actually get on the plane. No more. Virgin America is all about making the experience of flying fun, exhilarating, and relaxing. They have big honking seats. It's very nice. It's something that you'll actually look forward to and not dread. In-flight amenities like in-flight movies, music, TV, seat-to-seat chat, games. By mid-2009, Wi-Fi across the entire fleet. Everything at your fingertips, including the ability to order food, sit back, relax, hit a button, and the coffee comes to you. And you can actually...
You say coffee, I say cocktail.
Well, that's because I'm sober and you get to drink on flights.
Yeah.
And people should be able to drink on flights. And you know what? You can do that on Virgin America too. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, if you want them in your whole Web 2.0 lifestyle, if you want an airline experience that's fun and exciting, do us a favor, book your next flight at virginamerica.com.
Absolutely. And now one of the big stories here at CES 2009 was ecotech. That was a huge trend that we've been seeing, and you have some more products that you want to share with us.
We actually just managed to go through the ecotech instead of the, or where did it go? The H-Racer?
Oh, we missed mobile.
No, we
loved
just did
ecotech
mobile.
so much that we wanted to go through everything.
You know what happened? We've been very carefully arraying all of our products, and somehow we managed to pile them all up on this one, and it's confused me. Monster Cable, right? Not something you normally think of as a green company, and this is their green power products. It's a line of products. This is they start about 50 bucks. This is a $130 surge protector. And what's interesting is what they're doing here is there's a device that controls the rest of your devices. So your computer or maybe your HD TV. When power is being drawn off of this plug, power is available to the rest of the plugs.
Okay.
When this goes
if you have a device that needs to have a continuous feed of power throughout the day, it's not going to cut that off.
Well, actually, if you put it over here, like your router, if you want it, but on these one, like your speakers, your printer, your monitor, or it could be your Blu-ray player, your PS3, your Xbox. So when you turn the HDTV off, it's going to power these down. Or if you turn the computer off and the computer goes into standby, stops drawing the normal amount of power, these are going to actually throttle down. And the idea is that you save energy by basically, people talk about parasitic losses on power supplies because devices sit there there and they basically suck down
right.
kilocycles. Well, this actually, when this shuts down, it'll take care of all of these devices from running.
You know, I had an interesting conversation with Robert Heron today about a very similar topic, and he said that because so many products now are using Energy Star, they've got that very, very low rating of in terms of what wattage they suck while they're off. That was a really nice way of saying it.
Well, it's actually, you laugh, right? But some plasmas will actually consume more wattage when they're in standby mode than they do when they're playing videos.
But so I've seen a lot of surge protectors and things of that nature at the show, and he says they may not be too necessary. It just depends on what product you have plugged in there. But a lot of TVs now are actually a lot more energy conservative, I guess, than you would think they are.
I like that thought. So Horizon Fuel Cell Technology, we showed the Hydro Pack before, the Eco and Green Tech. Somehow these all got moved around. PowerPort Solar Charger, Metis Technology.
Let's talk about that one.
Let's talk about that one?
Yeah.
This device right here is the iLove 1166 portable multimedia player. It's going to be available like Q2 this year, $250, and it's basically, this is a mock-up, by the way. I'm carrying a very heavy piece of mahogany right here. 9-inch screen, and it actually does...
So this would be a screen in the front.
This would be a screen.
Okay.
A picture, if you will, a beautiful movie. It's actually SD 9-inch screen, and it has the ability to dock your video iPod or play DVDs, and you basically have your backseat entertainment or your portable entertainment going around the house. Now, is this all
going to be touch sensitive? Can you control it, or is it going to be remote controlled? No, you're pretty much controlling it from the buttons right here.
All right, well, that's good to know. So it's kind of like a giant PSP, only it's going to actually do something useful. Not that I'm bitter about my PSP. $249, available in Q2. And actually, one more thing we actually had on the mobile side that we didn't show before. Little tiny projectors. People have been talking about these all the time. This one's actually running about $400 to $500 when it ships later this year in 2009. WVGA, that's 854 by 480.
Is this the one that goes from 6 to 100 inches?
They're basically saying, like, normally, and it looks like it just ran out of battery power on us.
Oh no!
They're looking for about 2 hours of battery life on this one, but the interesting idea is
and our 2 hours are over.
Well, even on some brightly lit sets like the set here, if 6 inches, it's very clear and easy to read. But basically, they're calling it an infinite focus lens. And if the room's dark enough, if you're in a dark room, they're claiming you can get a 100-inch screen out of this.
That's incredible. Yeah.
It's pretty incredible. 850 by 480 is the resolution.
I had no idea that there was such a market for these Pico projectors, and every single vendor, it seems, has one of those things on the market now. Or they're planning for the future and making prototypes that they build into cell phones and that kind of thing. It's really cool. I just didn't know so many people were projecting stuff.
I'm trying to figure out if it's a market for it or it's one of those things where everybody goes, that's the most amazing thing ever, I want one,
like,
and no one
we'll
ever actually buys one.
Yeah.
But they're small enough, like, I've heard 3 people say, like, I would watch movies on the plane. Like, I would hang a napkin and project on the napkin.
Huh. That would be interesting.
Well, it would be easier than doing that thing where you wedge the notebook up under the seat in front of you.
True, and then people recline and crush your laptop. That's always fun.
No, it's not fun at all. Should we do one more product before we go? We're going to come back and do a couple more batteries in a second. There it is, the Gizmind, right?
The little guy.
Gizmind.com. It's a cell phone strap. This is the only weird product they're really going to do this show. And nobody's going to be able to see this live, but there's a little tiny green bud in there. That's actually a live plant.
What is this gel that it's encased in?
That is the live plant food. And it's basically a little tiny portable terrarium, and it's part of the whole Japanese craze for having little things that hang off your cell phone. Tiny adorable things? Tiny adorable things that hang off your cell phone. In this case, it's a one-plant terrarium, and it will live until the plant eats all of the food in the pink stuff.
And then it dies. Kind
of like a Tamagotchi. Or you could crack the thing and release it.
My Tamagotchis die a lot faster than it would take for that thing to die.
That's because you're spending too much time on Twitter. So this one's going to be $20, and it actually is a real, live, hermetically sealed plant, and all the nutrients are needed inside of there, or everything it has is inside of there. All
right, well, fantastic. Well, we've got to thank another one of our sponsors today, which is Dell. A special thanks to Dell for supporting our live coverage out here at CES 2009. Dell has announced a bunch of great things this year that they will be making available to you over the next year. So head on over to thedellounge.com to learn more about the latest things that Dell is going to use to innovate and inspire. And now we've got boss man Jim Louderback coming on to show me some of the weirdest stuff that he has found on the show floor this year. I don't even know what this is.
Okay,
is this a game?
Yes, this is a mind. Now you may wonder why I'm wearing this really strange thing that I am on.
Next to me, and that totally freaked me out.
So let me tell you how this works. This is from Mattel. It's a new product that's going to ship about $80 this fall.
Okay.
And basically what you do is you control. I'm going to turn it on here.
I didn't know you were such a wacky and crazy kind of guy, Jim.
This
I learn
is
something
really
new about you every day.
You control this, and let me turn it on over here. There's the on-off switch on. And what happens is you use your mind to control this ball to go through this hoop.
You are kidding me.
No, so this thing is reading my brain waves. Some people say I may not have any brain waves. This thing apparently can detect them. There's a sensor here. And look at it, it's like close out of my earlobe.
You know, if I hadn't tried one of those things last year, a couple years ago at GDC, I wouldn't have believed you.
So I'm concentrating really hard, which is why this thing is flying up in the air. See, now if I stop concentrating, if my mind goes blank,
I can't distract you.
It goes down. So now the idea is that you go up. Okay, now I'm going to concentrate.
I don't know. Do you believe him?
Stopped working.
Do you guys believe him, or is this just wind making this thing go up? How are you doing this?
I don't know.
So are you trying to get it through the hoop? Is that the ultimate goal?
Well, I was, but I think I just killed it.
All right.
But here's what happens. This goes up, like mine goes up, it goes up, and then you turn it. There's a little switch. Let me show you. A little switch right here.
I think it's a brain power thing. Don't tell him.
And anyway, it's really neat. I was doing it before, and I actually got the little ball to go through the hoop. There we go. See, look. Now I'm turning it. I'm going to make it go through the hoop.
You're making me concentrate now.
Oh. All right, let's try it again. Through the hoop. Go through the hoop. I got to think. Concentrate. Concentrate.
You have to relax your brain like one of those images that pop out of one of those. What are those things called? Magic Eye. Yeah, you have to kind of make your brain do the Magic Eye thing.
So
for that to
this
work.
thing just basically works with my brain. I'm going to take it
Fail.
off. Yeah, well, no, it's pretty interesting. One of the things is, and I found this every time I tried to do voice recognition software on television, the problem is voice recognition works pretty well, except when you get in TV because it's a stressful environment.
That's
and
true.
then your voice gets all stressed and you can't do it. Same thing here with your brain. Your brain gets all stressed out. Well, maybe that's you, not me. So that's Mattel. I want to show you this weird little bank. Check this out. See this guy?
Oh, okay,
put your finger in his mouth.
I don't want to.
Go ahead, put your finger in his mouth.
No, I don't want to. Do I really have to?
Yes.
Oh.
Is he biting you?
No, yes, a little bit.
Okay, so this is a bank, actually. Take your finger out now.
That was disgusting.
What you do is you put this here, and he actually eats it. So his mouth moves. The bright lights kind of hurt. There we go, look at that.
Oh, God. Oh, sweet baby mother of... Oh. I am at the same time... I'm really glad I didn't do that to my finger.
Okay, I got something else you can do with your finger.
Oh, hey, I actually own this.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, then you demo it.
Okay.
What's so cool about it?
So this is the finger poking box. And what you do is you stick your finger inside, and then you poke her. Wait, where's my finger not showing up? It's not seeing my finger right now.
So what happens is, when you stick
usually
your finger,
it shows
let me turn it on.
Of your...
So here, so you see your finger, and you can actually change games here. You can hit stuff here.
You can like pay. Oh, it saw it. It saw it.
Here, wait, let me.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
All right, let me pick a guy. There we go.
You got to show him.
I know. Well, I've got to actually see it first.
So you can do all sorts of weird stuff, like picking people's noses and like squishing bugs.
Squishing little guys and doing stuff. It's strangely, oddly compelling.
We'll have to get B-roll of this later because for some reason my slender little fingers just can't register on the box. You saw it for a second? Yeah, this thing is really bizarre. I'm not entirely sure what the point of it is, but it's hilarious. Endless hours of fun.
Tons of fun.
And excitement.
This is really fun too. This is a little chick. And I don't think the bank will eat the chick, but it's actually...
This is creepy tech.
This is...
I think it was supposed to start as like a weird tech segment, and Jim just took it creepy.
Just touch it.
I don't...
Please touch it. It chirps, its little wings move. Here, put it on your hand. Hold your hand out.
Do any of you guys play Fable 2?
Yeah, I do.
Does this remind you?
Yes,
you
crunchy
eat the chick. Crunchy chicks? Yeah.
Crunchy chick. You know what Your
I'm evil.
Yeah, your evil meter just went way
up. Oh, so cute.
Yeah, so...
Oh! I kind of love you now.
So remember you were talking about how you always kill a Tamagotchi?
Yeah.
You're not going to kill this because it's battery operated.
That's refreshing. Yeah. That's good to know. All right.
So this is a cute little chick it's from Sega, actually, interestingly enough.
Who knew?
So this is, in California we have these laws that say you have to have a headset on when you talk on your cell phone.
Absolutely.
Other parts, I think it's a great law. We're going to put that law to the test here. I have a new, this is a hands-free cell phone headset.
Very hands-free.
Look, I do this, I plug it into my phone, and I can just sit here and I can talk on my phone like this, and hey, I'm driving, right?
But then you're going to get like a neck crick.
So let's say if I get pulled over, what do you think is going to happen?
You're going to go to jail?
You think so?
Maybe.
Why? Because I'm crazy?
Well, maybe they'll say you're so crazy that instead of putting you to jail, they'll send you to an institution.
Probably belong there. This is from a company called Ubes, and it's they've got a whole bunch of these, but the gold one is brand new here.
That's very nice.
So yeah, I actually think it's. You know what else is really nice about this? We were testing it out.
Good,
actually,
solid construction.
But it sounds really good too. You know, headsets
quality,
sound like, you know, they don't sound good. The mics aren't great.
Well, couldn't they at least put
big.
that like secretary thing that it balances on your shoulder so you don't have to crick all the way over?
You can probably buy one of those on eBay.
Now I have one. I actually have the Chumby to show.
Oh, the Chumby.
We've got some new stuff from Chumby, which, as all of you know, is a wonderful internet-enabled device, interactive entertainment,
it's so
all sorts
soft
of
and
stuff.
squishy.
I do love them very much. These have been out for a while, but they've got a new prototype, actually. Now, they're built on Linux and Adobe Flash, so you can do all sorts of cool stuff, and there's like over 1,200, I think, different widgets that you can actually get on your Chumby now.
This one isn't as squishy.
No, this one is actually their prototype digital picture frame. And now this is going to be sent out to OEM so that people can use their interface to make their very own digital picture frames. And they're not just passive. I mean, you can really interact with these. This one I can't touch because it's just a prototype. But normally I'd be able to go in, get my Flickr photos, get my photo bucket photos, see my RSS feeds, all that different stuff that you would normally do on the original Chumby.
You know what's cool about this, though?
What?
I'm looking at this. This is the cool thing about being at CES.
What's not cool about it?
Is you actually can see the circuit board on the back.
The guts.
So you're sitting there looking at it, I'm looking at the back saying, wow, this is really cool.
Yeah, and it has USB ports on the side, 2 of them, so you can plug in your own pictures that way if you have them on a USB stick.
And the little switches you see up here that they're going to be on the top.
You're giving away all their trade secrets. Stop.
Sorry.
They're going to get mad at us.
All right, let's put this back over
here. So this Chumby is $200, and this is the regular unit that they've got. It's available now. And the OEM version, the prototype, is going to be available in 2009.
So you know what's cool about this is, you know, tech really does belong in every room in your house. Like there's office tech and living room tech and car tech. Well, this is bedroom tech.
Absolutely.
And I have another piece of bedroom tech.
Do you?
Yes, I want to show it to you.
Oh,
it's this.
My God.
This is the most, let's just say, conical piece of bedroom tech that I've seen. This is for you ex-hippies out there.
You are psychedelic.
Hippies. This is, you know, well, you go to sleep at night, you get scared, you want a nightlight. Nightlights are boring. You need a lava lamp. You need a lava lamp nightlight that's also an iPod dock right here. And it's a clock radio, it's got speakers, but I just love the fact that it's a lava light. I don't know why. Something in me says lava light.
I think I know why.
Why?
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
Will you tell my therapist?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm taking copious notes to give to your therapist
It's the sound, by the way, it's the Sound Master.
The Sound Master.
Yes.
I thought it would be like iBong or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. iHippie.
I trip.
I trip. I trip.
Wow, all the colors and lights.
Woo, pretty
Thank you very much.
colors.
Officially been flagged, Mr. Deadhead. We actually are running out of time. You
can
actually stay for the end. We're actually about to run out of time. 2 last products?
2 more.
Two more. Hold this up, actually. Anybody have a USB device? Duracell actually has a couple cool things for you. One is the Duracell Spark Plug. It's the smallest USB, 12-volt USB adapter for your car lighter sockets I think we've ever seen, which is great because you can stuff it into the dashboard and forget about it.
So that would actually charge up my phone, right?
Yes, you can actually plug the USB cable into that.
So I don't have to pay for like the T-Mobile $50 one.
Exactly. Rather than buying a $40 cable from Apple, you can plug in your regular cable into that one. And actually, another thing they have is we've seen a lot of cell phone chargers run off a couple of AA batteries from Energizer. Nobody's actually done one that actually has an iPod cable into it. So this actually has a dock connector built into it. So you can throw the little orange box in there. They've got a cable inside of there, 2 AA batteries, and you are good to go to recharge or repower your iPhone.
I own like 5 different ways to charge my iPhone on the go.
Or iPod.
Yeah, and you always end up with it.
I carry them in my purse, and I'm like, oh, it's dead. Crap. Which one am I going to use? But it's very convenient.
Oh, that's good. So it does work because I always have those, and I forget to bring them.
I think we're actually doing a roundup about iPhone chargers that you can carry around with you. That
Many
you just
hours
plug
I have
in,
spent
wasting down your iPhone. Plugging them in again.
How well they work.
And most of them actually work really well. We actually have those on next week's show.
Fantastic. Yeah, well, I think that's all we've got for today then.
We're out of CES. We actually have an entire show we shot at CES. Actually, I guess it's the week after next week's show, because next week's show is a whole bunch of stuff we couldn't bring to the booth to show you. We've got Robert Heron doing ACTV reviews, and there's some amazing stuff. Sasha Segan has all of the good phone stuff. LeVar Burton, actually, we got to interview him. He is a really cool guy, and he's got a thing for OLED televisions.
Really?
He has a serious thing.
Who doesn't, though? Seriously.
Yeah,
we also have Josh Topolsky from Engadget. talking about their least favorite things that they saw at the show.
Josh could get pretty bitter that way, I bet.
He's a bitter, bitter man, that Topolsky. I gotta tell you. But hey, we also want to thank Maxwell for helping us out in a pinch today. That was very awesome. And of course, NBC Universal. You gotta check out their website at nbcu@ces.com or follow them on Twitter at nbcuces.
We want to particularly thank one of the folks and a bunch of people that helped us out actually here at the booth here. We want to thank John Ocarina, who got us hooked up with NBC Universal and has been taking care of us and keeping us out of trouble.
You just do a big round of applause for John, NBC Universal guys, right?
Wait, I'm not doing it right. I want to thank everybody who came out to watch us, everybody who loaned us products, and please check the show next week. Our long format show is going to be jam-packed full of products. I'm Patrick Norton.
I'm Veronica Belmont.
And I'm Jim Louderback, and I get to say goodbye.
We'll see you next week on Tekzilla.
Thank you.
All right, everybody up. Everybody up. Everybody up. Everybody up.